Hello friends and welcome back to Professional Pathshala. In this video we will try to develop some conceptual knowledge, and with the help of certain examples we will understand how to create a business plan. So in order to have a proper understanding of it, I have splitted this unit, or rather you can say this topic, in two parts. So we have different phases into it. So what I have done, I have split it into two. So today we will try to gain some specific insights about the topic, and rest of the steps we will do in next lecture. Let's start. So because as in the previous lecture, so for the first people who have accessed the video in the previous lecture, you might have the knowledge or specific inputs about e-business plan or business plan. So how a business plan is created, why we need to create a business plan, and what are various steps which are involved in it, right? So just in order to facilitate you all, I have added some of the examples as well. So let's get into it and understand it. So this lecture is process of writing an e-business plan. So it's a fourth lecture of e-business. So it's a process of writing an e-business plan. So let's start. See, your e-business plan has various phases because it is something where your involvement gets high and you cannot leave it as such. So you need to go through all these phases in a e-business plan. So maybe your company is not even on online in online mode, but still you have some inputs with you, so you are bound to succeed, right? You're bound to succeed. Now let's see what steps we have. So the first one is opportunity analysis, the second one is e-marketing and sales strategy, the third one is product and pricing strategy, the fourth one is budgeting and costing, then management means and how you will manage the show, the full thing, then development of website and portal, expansion strategy. So all in all, as you can see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 steps we have. So in this video we will do up till the product and pricing strategy. So rest 4 we will do in the next lecture. We'll cover it in the next lecture. Okay, so let's begin with this one. The first one is the opportunity analysis. What's that? Your opportunity analysis means you have to identify that is your business is having, or you are having certain inputs with you, or you are really prepared to start the business. Means if you are investing something, whether the potential benefits are they worth it. The second one, this phase is strategic planning, online business development. Yes, of course it is strategic plan, and you have to understand the visibility, right? Means you have to understand that whether your profits are visible or not, or you can see in future are you going to gain certain profits in the future by investing into it or not. So whether your opportunity, whatever you have find or you are going to start, whether you can find something which is really relevant to your business. So and setting us realistic goals as well for your business. So SWOT analysis means, as all management people, they are aware about it, that a strength, weakness, opportunity and threats. So SWOT analysis helps you to understand that whether your business opportunity is good or not. So what you can do, identify the nature of your business. Either you are soft good providers, hard good providers, or service providers. Second one, know about the needs of the customer base. Means a proper understanding of the customer will help you in this. Means how good you know about your customers and their needs, how they can be your good stakeholders in this whole process. Evaluate internet and as how they can be useful channel for your business. So see, because if you're going to start it online, just you need to make a proper understanding of it, how your internet can be a useful thing for it. Can it be done offline as well? And if not, then advertise, and if it is online, so advertise and promote your business website and judge how the response will be when the business actually starts. So you need to promote your business, because in online mode, as you might have seen, you just might have opened some of the websites as well. You might have witnessed that you tend to promote it in different platforms, right? And because internet is something which is available globally, so you need to follow some ethics or some international laws, like your copyright infringement. You should avoid that. You should take care of the intellectual property rights. So these things you need to keep in mind. SWOT analysis. So we all are aware about it. So there are internal factors, external factors, there are positive factors, there are negative factors, as we can divide it. So we all know that your from the now this is what the internal SWOT analysis of yours means, the opportunity which you have identified, and then how you are able to establish this opportunity as compared to the potential benefits you can see. For example, if you see that yes, you are going to invest some amount of money in your business, and you are going to start a new business, right? So what potential benefits you can see, how easily you can recover or to cover the money in terms of profits you will gain. So there must be some strengths of yours, some weakness, some opportunities which you see, and there are some certain threats which are looming around you. So you need to take care about it. And the first part, that's why we call it opportunity analysis. So it tends or it helps you to identify the underlying opportunity to start a business. Remember one thing I would like to mention over here, that the business we are talking about, it can be an existing business, means for example you are doing the offline business and you are now transforming it into an offline to an online mode, or you are altogether starting a new business. For example, Oyo started altogether as a fresh online business, but at the same time there are companies who are involved selling goods previously offline or services offline, and now they have started selling online. So there may be the two cases in it. So whatever the case is, you have to go through all these stages. So the first one is SWOT analysis, a part of it your opportunity analysis, as we have gone through with the first one. The second one is e-marketing and sales strategies. So if you're going to start something online, you have to take care of certain guidelines. For example, domain name, right? Means what can be the domain name. You might have seen that some of these attractive domain names we have: Ola, Uber, fine, Make My Trip. So something which are very catchy, and your domain name should be something that the people should always remind, and they should have these things in their mind. Create freebie offerings for the loyal customers, the people who are loyal to you. As a marketer, you need to take care of them. Definitely then they will get back to your websites, and every time they'll give you good business. Think global websites as they can be viewed by anybody on the globe. Create your website in such a way, make something into your website which should be visible, and because across the globe people are watching you, so you need to take care of their requirements as well. You need to follow the advertising and internet ethics, as I mentioned previously as well. Online event build awareness quickly, like some webinars online. As in this prevailing situation, you might have seen that companies are conducting online webinars, online seminars, getting some guests online and asking people to join, and so that they should create a community. So the cross references for online must be thought out, right? So you can get some references for your products from a different channel, from different sources. News group, right? So that they spread your offerings, spread your offers, whatever you have, your products, whatever you have. So you need to have some news group as well. Plan to be faster than competitors. Your competitors and you every time means you are with each other in terms of the competition. But yes, you should have a solid planning that how you can excel and how you can do well as compared to your competitors. Additional real-time information, right? For example, something which will come new in the market, and you want to provide it to your customers. So providing tracking facility, like some means all of the e-commerce companies, they are doing it, that you can track your package, track your whatever order you have given to the company. At the same time, initially if you are doing business in a very first stage, you should try to refrain yourself from direct marketing method, because sometime the people, they may assume that yes, it's a spam. Means what they say that okay, the company is directly trying to sell you out, or something which the company shouldn't do in initial phases. So you should have a sales strategy which is always consumer centric. So these 12 steps you should take care of it, and it will develop your e-marketing sales strategy, right? Your marketing and sales strategies for a e-business. So first one was opportunity analysis, second one is e-marketing and sales strategies. The third one is product and pricing strategies. It can be service as well, right? In place of product you can keep a service here as well. So your product, so you can fix the price, means you know that okay, this is the cost of your product and this is the cost of your service, so okay, this is the price which you will keep. Every time you can keep, or it's a good habit sometimes, means a psychological pricing we call it as 999 or 49 rather than 10,000 or 1 lakh, means it means that that's a psychological pricing. So it's good to have it like this. For example, 999, right, or 10,000 or 9999, something like that. So that means psychological pricing should be used. Apart from it, there are some other pricing mechanisms which can also be adopted. Pricing can be defined by referring to the prices framed by the competitor. Sometimes if you are not a prime or you are not a premium product provider or service provider, try to get insight or try to gain some information what your competitors are doing. It can also be decided by the products and the market, means if you are into a different market, your pricing can be different. Pricing strategy should be designed in such a way to get the advantage of market and market situation and the client and their mentality. See, as it's been said that in whosoever market you are operating or whatever your marketing you are entering, just take care of the customers who are there in the market, and your price should be set as per the customer's choice and their preferences. Means if they are ready to pay this much amount of price, you should quote that price from the customers. So depends on the market situation, depend on the market as well, depend on the customers. Like Paytm, right? Paytm gives you certain offers and all, and then gives you the price on the basis of whatever offers they give you, right? So at the same time, Zomato and Swiggy, as we see, there are certain examples that they have set their price previously that this would be their delivery price, but once they increase it, so the orders they tend to decrease. It means that customers are very price cautious, and in a country like India you can see that if you slightly increase the price and if demand is still there for your products, so you may see that the demand is tend to decrease after some time. So it means people are very price conscious, and you need to take care of the market. Maybe in a more developed market it should not be the case, or maybe your share would not be affected this much. So how you set the price? So there's a whole sort of process for setting a price for your online business. So first one is the pricing objective, determining demand, how much demand it is. Estimating costs, means how much costs you have incurred for the formulation of your product. Analyzing competitors, their costs, prices and offers, means as I told you that you should see your competitors as well. Then you need to select a pricing method. Then at the end you need to select a final price. So selecting the pricing objective, determining demand, estimating costs, analyzing competitors, selecting a price method and selecting the final price. So learners, till this time we have gone through the three important or the first three stages for development of e-business plan. First one is the determination of opportunity, or we call it as opportunity analysis. The second one is e-marketing strategies, or how you can set the marketing strategies and sales strategies. The third one is a price. So first, so you can remember it like this: first identify opportunity, how you will be selling the products, you need to strategize, and the third one now it is the price. So we will keep it till here in this lecture. From the next lecture we will cover the topic that would be the budgeting and the costing of the product. So we will look into it, that how budgeting and costing can be taken care of. So we'll keep it here. We'll decide in the next lecture with certain examples that how this can be met, and we'll just look into it in detail. So I hope you have gained something out of this lecture, and would like to request you to watch the previous business plan lecture so that you should have a better idea about it. So I would keep it here only, and would like to tell you something very important, that keep one thing in your mind, that always go for examples while you have a better, or while you are just going through these lectures and all. So okay, I'll keep it here just for the time being, and see you in the next lecture. Take care everyone, and bye bye.